It's time to meet the stars of the Australian cycling team. Brodie Chapman.
I'm just kind of like wiggling, and people are like, are you okay? And I'm like, help.
Chloe Hosking.
One leg, and then we practice headbutts.
Luke Durbridge.
The next day, you're like, oh, don't mess with Durbo, he's going to slightly push you. It's pretty embarrassing.
And the awesome Mitch Bowen.
Riding the end of the stage with no shorts on.
And this was lots of fun. Are you not ready for some quick fire questions?
Not sure anymore.
Everyone's jumping out.
And a very special Santini World Bicycle Relief t-shirt. Hi, I'm very excited to say that I'm joined by some amazing Australian riders. Brodie Chapman, Chloe Hosking, Luke Durbridge, and of course, Mitch Bowen.
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, be here.
Very excited to be here.
So what do you think of Yorkshire?
It's wet.
But cute. Oh, some beautiful little streets.
Yeah.
Very picturesque. The sun actually came out today for our ride, so it was beautiful, yeah, and people everywhere, which is lovely.
Yeah. Luke, congratulations on coming 13th in the time trial. What was it like?
It was very hard. It's not often you get a TT that long, so it was over an hour effort, but I'm quite tired this morning, but it was pretty good for Australia. Obviously we won with Rowan Dennis, so that was pretty special to start the campaign with a world title. So looking forward to Sunday and TT's done and get my real bike ready and get going.
I heard that it get called Turbo Durbo. How did you get that name?
It was a terrible email address when I was about 12 years old. I had this sweet MSN name, Turbo Durbo, and then it just seemed to stick from there. Yeah, I think Cameron Mai decided that it was quite funny and kept calling me Turbo and Turbo Durbo, and then went from there. I don't refer to myself as Turbo Durbo, so
Everyone else definitely does.
people can, but it's definitely not a name that I walk around saying, but yeah.
Chloe and Brodie, I take it both of you have ridden the course. What's it like?
Pretty much what Turbo Durbo said before. It's very hard, and it's going to be a really open race, we think, because there's some challenging climbs. It's really technical, but those climbs are so far from the finish line that it can really change the race. So we're looking forward to different cards we can play and just surviving.
Luke and Mitch, have you two ridden the course yet?
Well, we rode half today.
Only took us 4 hours.
Yeah. It is very tough, like the girls said. There's the small roads make for I actually made the comment today when we were out there. This route makes for a fantastic bike tour. Cruising along, stopping at the pubs.
Yeah.
But racing, that'll be another thing. I think it's going to be a great race because it's going to look fantastic, but it's going to be hard to race, don't you think, Derbs?
I agree. The narrow lanes make it very difficult for such a large bunch, 200 riders, and there's no moments to actually move up. And then you add the weather as an element, and the roads just that really hard, heavy.
It's windy too
Aussie
today.
roads.
Windy, country Australia roads, very much so. So yeah, it's going to wear you down, and but then you arrive at the circuit, so you still got 7 laps to go. So it's going to be a race of 2 parts, I'm sure.
Do all of you enjoy racing in the UK except the weather?
Yeah, the crowds are always phenomenal. I think these are some of the best crowds you get anywhere. They're always 3, 4, 5, 6 people deep, and they're also always so encouraging. I remember doing the women's tour and we passed and there was a guy just on the side of the road cheering and he's like, well done all of you. And it's like they're so polite. So no, it's a great place to race.
And you guys come and cheer no matter what the weather as well. As professional bike racers, we got to race in all different weather conditions, but the UK fans are happy to cheer in all weather conditions as well, which is also encouraging. They're out there battling with us.
There'll be lots of kids cheering all of you on when you're racing, but some of their dreams might be to become a professional cyclist one day. What advice would you give them?
In the beginning, you've really got to just love cycling because, as you've seen here in the weather, and it's not all beautiful Italian sunny roads, so it can be hard and it can be tough. But if you really just love riding your bike, that's a really good place to start. And then when it comes to racing, Derbs, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. You have to love riding your bike. But look, I think cycling's been my life since I was such a young kid, and I think it's given me everything I've ever dreamed of wanting. And I couldn't think of another career that I would love to do. And it takes you some pretty amazing places. You get to see some pretty incredible things, and you meet some really great people. So I think as a career or as a sport to pursue as a young person, I would say that it's one of the best.
I would say that it's about being persistent and working hard and being resilient, because you're going to lose a lot more races than you'll win. So you got to make sure you enjoy it and be willing to put in the hard work.
What were your first memories on a bike?
Mine was starting with my dad. He's how I got into cycling. And he took me down to, I'm from Canberra in Australia, and we went to the lake, and we did one-legged sprints. So one leg, and then we practiced headbutts. And that was my first memory.
Who figured?
Well, I started with training wheels, not headbutts. So that might say something why I got into the sport a bit later. You know, I just took them off 2 years ago. So, my first memory is actually literally learning how to ride a bike. So having this little tiny pink 16-inch bike and having the training wheels off and being like pushed along and let go to try and ride without them and falling over on the grass. So learning to crash very early. Yeah, that's my first memory of being on a bike.
Mine was racing my cousins around their BMXs in their soon-to-be swimming tennis court, which still hasn't been built.
It's going to be some tennis court.
Yeah, it was great. It was just like, it was in the middle of winter, mud pile, and yeah, we had some fun on those BMXs.
Yeah, for me, it just was freedom actually when I left. I lived pretty far out of town, but decent enough out of town. But the only way to get to town to get like chips and lollies and Coke and stuff like that was to get on your bike and go in town. So I just get on my bike and go with mates, and we would just be out for hours on the bike. So I think freedom was the biggest thing for me. I remember when I first got on the bike.
Do you remember your first races?
I remember, some of my first races, I actually raced bling.
Oh, really?
In Canberra, we would race against the boys. So yeah, I would do just a lot of crit races in Canberra, and the boys and the girls would race against each other, right up until like under 17s. So
that's quite good.
It became sprinters. All coming together.
Yeah, go.
Also Nathan and a bunch of kids that sort of made it to pro Conti level.
On that note too, one of my first races was a handicap race, and I always remember my dad. I caught because all the juniors were girls and boys too, and I caught the girl in front of me, and we were sprinting in for the win, and she beat me. And I was like, "Oh, you got beaten by a girl!" And I was like, "Oh no!" So yeah.
Actually, when I worked up my first race, the gear ratios on the track are restricted for juniors. Obviously, you got certain gears that you can have, and I got given a rental bike and had a massive gear on it, and I won by lengths. My first couple of races on the track, I just attack and just right away, and all these juniors are trying to catch, and I was just like, this is meant for me. And then it was pretty demoralising when they rolled me out, and I rolled over by like 2 meters, so I got disqualified. I felt pretty impressive.
Oh, that's so funny. First unofficial race was definitely against my brother and my mates on BMXs. We had this little drag up a hill, and I often won. That's not an official race. So my first actual road race was not that long ago, in my 20s, and I had no idea how road racing worked. I think I was like 22, and I just rode on the front the whole time at uni games. And this other girl was telling me to like move off and let someone else like roll turns, and I was like, we're not in the same team. Why would I let you in front of me? I'm currently winning. So I was winning the whole way until the finish line, where I got third, which was, I was still pretty happy because I was just so pumped with going that fast. So that wasn't that long ago.
If you weren't a cyclist, what jobs would you do?
I'd be a firefighter. Yeah. I just have to build up these guns a bit more, I reckon.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm studying law, so something to do with law.
I'm going to be a bartender.
I think you'd be a great
Yeah,
Just in a pub, just pulling the good beers and having chats.
But also, I think you'd be a really good mixologist.
What's that?
You could do some really
Cocktails.
good cocktails.
Oh, right,
yeah,
mixologist.
yeah.
It's a thing.
Someone I've been an athlete my whole life, so
You could be a waiter at my bar.
I'll be a waiter at Mitch's bar. Yeah.
We'll be your first customers.
So back to the Worlds. What is it like racing for your country?
For me, it's always been one of my ultimate things to do. It's always from junior age all the way through watching the Olympics, Worlds. It brings me great pride and joy to put the Aussie colours on, and I don't ever forget that. And just to be here is a victory to me. And so I love racing for my country, and I can't think of anything better to do for me in cycling. I like it.
I think I started to appreciate pulling on the green and gold more as I've gotten older. I think I've gotten more sentimental towards being Australian, and it's something really special that it's hard to put words around. You know, representing your country on the biggest stage. It's something that not everybody will get to do, and it's just to have such on the world stage and show off the Aussie culture and hard working and mentality. Like, that's really special.
Yeah, for me, it makes me feel extremely proud, and it's probably the most professional I feel. Like, you come with this team of girls who I've been racing a lot longer than me, and I'm so experienced and have such good results. So to me, to be a part of that is probably my thing that I like the most about it. Like, it's just, you feel so proud to be, and really focused on how you can work as a team, because they've brought you on board for a role. So that's it for me.
Look, I think everyone summed it up. It's just it's a pinnacle of the year and the pinnacle of each. It's not a given to come here, and a lot of people think that it's a given you'll get selected, but every year you're thinking, geez, I hope I can get selected. So every year it's just as special.
Chloe, you won gold for Australian Commonwealth Games. Is this the race you're most proud of?
Yeah, I think it is, and it's not because I won gold. It's because of how well the team performed and prepared for that particular event, and it was also, at home. It was a really, really special week, really, and it was also how we came together with the men's team and the track, and the whole experience contributed to why I feel so proud about it.
I love all types of cycling, but especially women's cycling. No offence to you two, but
No offense taken.
if you were in charge of women's cycling, what would you change about it?
You go first.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I put it on TV more.
Yeah.
There's no point having these awesome races in beautiful places and, special goodie bags for the riders. That sounds terrible. I mean, Echo bags with t-shirts and shoes, which is lovely, but, bike racing exists at a professional level so other people can enjoy it. And, our families are following Twitter feeds at 2 a.m. that are intermittent for World Tour races, and I would love it if they could watch the race, because it's so exciting and there's so much going on, and often all they see is a highlight of the win or an interview before the start. So before anything else, let other people watch our races on TV or on the internet.
Yeah, I couldn't say it better. I absolutely agree.
I think a few races are trying to do it better. Was that, say, the fans stay on the side of the road and they want to see a bike race. They see one race if there's a men's race, but they're on the side of the road anyway. They would see 2 races for the same thing, and they love it. So what they do in San Sebastian now, which I think they're doing quite a good job, is they got the women's race and also the men's race at the same day, and they just love it, the fans, because they get double the enjoyment, double the entertainment. So the more and more the races can actually do that, I think the better it's going to be.
Yeah, dancing.
I have to I'm not disagreeing with you, Durbs, but I thought it was fantastic this year, the Tour of Colorado.
Yeah.
And I just was watching that race, and just to see the level of commitment from Colorado to completely go, nah, this is the women's race, fully televised, and even shutting the whole of Denver down, and it wasn't just like, well, you're just supporting the men's race. It was like, no, this is women only, and I love that. I thought, nice, these guys are making a stand, and this is it. So I thought that was cool too, even though I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but I also do like that they've gone, we don't just have to be in support of the men.
Yeah.
Colorado were a fantastic example. I was there, and like you said, their commitment to, they had great coverage, they had press conferences, media interviews, they made characters out of the riders there as well, and the crowds were amazing, and they went full gas with making that a huge deal, and you really felt like a celebrity there. Not just a sideshow. And there's lots of, I definitely think for one day races, having them together creates this awesome atmosphere. Like, I love.
Are you not ready for some quick fire questions?
Not sure anymore. Yes, we are.
Who's the funniest teammate?
Chris Jorgensen for me, the Danish rider in my team.
We're talking like trade teams or
that's
Aussie teams?
Aussie team?
It's up to you.
Well, I guess we are talking Aussie team.
Mitch.
Yeah.
Just look at his haircut.
Yeah. Look at him. It just looks ridiculous. Mitch.
Sarah Roy's a good laugh. She's not here this year, but she's a good laugh. I don't know why. I just love
She's
it.
such a beautiful.
Yeah.
Are we talking about to laugh at? Rory, definitely.
Chloe.
A teammate you do not want to share a room with.
Rowan Dennis. It's just too high energy. I don't know if the guy sleeps though.
I don't have an Aussie, but an Italian teammate of mine, Anna Trevisi, she needs like 40 minutes in the bathroom. So it's too much. She needs to do her hair and then, blow dry it and then straighten it and then her makeup, and it's just, I'm a 5 minute in and out of the bathroom type of girl.
Yeah, no Aussies I probably wouldn't share with, but on my trade team, there's a couple of riders that snore pretty heavily, and I've had to share rooms and share beds with these riders, and you're just like trying to breathe with the snoring to get yourself to sleep, but I've just slept on the couch sometimes to get out of it.
Do you have a hidden talent?
I always say this one because it's the first thing that pops in my head, but I can climb up a coconut tree and get a coconut if you throw me your machete.
Jesus.
Wow. No wonder she's a fireman.
Throw a machete.
Maybe I'd be like,
I'll
how
save the
with the
kitten.
machete. Chloe just told us hers before, actually, when she was 11. She was
Look, I was the under 10 national rock climbing champion. Not sure if that transfers almost 20 years later. But
We could go out there and see.
could give it a go.
Yeah.
What's the one food you cannot live without?
Chocolate.
pineapple.
Beer, Mitch.
Yeah.
Come on!
I was going to say, she said food. I already thought about
It's got calories.
It's true, yeah. Wine.
Yeah. Chips. Potato chips. I'm just thinking beer now, like, I'd love a beer and some chips now. Yeah.
What's yours?
Pasta.
I was going to say pasta.
Yeah.
I was like, I could probably live without
Well,
it.
you're going to be a cyclist, aren't you?
Yeah.
Fair share of good and bad pasta.
What's the most embarrassing moment on a bike?
Or when you salute and you didn't win.
I actually crashed once and the whole back of my shorts got ripped off. And I was riding the end of the stage with no shorts on. Tour of Austria.
Google it.
Yeah.
I crashed into a soigneur once at the Tour de France, and they got all on camera, and then I got up and I was going to hit the guy because I was angry, so I ran at him, and then I've done this pretend to hit, and then as I got there I thought it was a bad idea, so there's done this little This little like, you shouldn't have done that, or you shouldn't have been standing there. It was like this pathetic push. It was all on camera at Tour de France. Everyone saw me, and I was just going. It's pretty embarrassing.
What's up?
It's the next day. They were like, oh, don't mess with Turbo. He's gonna slightly push you. It's pretty embarrassing.
Like I've fallen over in my cleats a few times just for whatever reason, being stuck and in traffic or
Oh no.
yeah.
The double foot.
Definitely.
Right.
And when I was a bike courier, I had like a huge heavy backpack on, and I had some wine in there. It was around Christmas, so I was delivering like Christmas presents and cherries. Anyway, I somehow couldn't clip out on my bike as I was crossing the road, and I just fell over. But then I couldn't get back up. I was so heavy. I'm just kind of like wiggling, and people are like, are you okay? And I'm like, help! Can you get my shoe? And yeah, that was pretty embarrassing.
Cherries and wine.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, I hope the wine's okay. But yeah, that's kind of embarrassing. You think you're a real boss, but then you're wiggling on the ground.
So now something really important. As you probably noticed, we are all wearing these amazing Santini Australian custom t-shirts.
Where is she?
Down under. Up north.
They are awesome, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're really cool.
We enjoy
very
the
cool.
you
Very
should
cool,
stand up and show the back of the
You go. I'm the same.
Yeah.
The whole team's on the back.
Look very good.
And look at mine, it's even got my face on the back.
I think you're wearing a helmet.
Where's the rollers?
Now we have 2 of these t-shirts which will be signed by the whole Australian team, and then we'll auction them on eBay and we'll give the money to the charity called World Bicycle Relief, who help people in Africa, and they give them a buffalo bike.
That's awesome.
And if you are one of the first 10 people who donates £50 or more to World Bicycle Relief using the link below, we will also send you one of these amazing t-shirts. And a massive thanks to Santini for this generous offer. A massive thank you to Mitch, Chloe, Brodie and of course Luke for your time today. I wish you all lots of luck for the weekend, and you're all awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Santini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, that was good.